Today I'm going to be talking to you about Moss Skincare's Illumina Vitamin C Perfecting Treatment Intensive, and I got this sample from Aurora Beauty. I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about Aurora Beauty and Moss Skincare, then I'm going to talk about the product itself. Finally, I'm going to give you my opinion of it. My name's Sharon, welcome back to my channel. Make sure you guys subscribe below and turn on notifications to get the latest updates. Okay, so let's get started. Aurora Beauty sells products from a variety of different brands, and they do have this program where you can sample some products before you buy. So I believe it was a minimum of 5 products that I had to purchase. I think they were $3 or $4 a piece, and I ended up purchasing 15 samples. Now what they say is the samples that they give you are enough for you to patch test the products, and these are natural products. With that being said, you still need to try them out. Make sure you're not having any reactions to them, but also just check and see how they work with your hair and skin. See if you like the texture, the smell, the color, or what have you. So I also like it not only because I can patch test them, but it also offers me the opportunity to try more expensive products that are simply out of my price range. Now, Moss Skincare has a very limited line, so I took some notes and I want to tell you guys a little bit about them. So they were founded in 2015, and they were founded by a physicist. So this is a new company, and Moss actually stands for Modern Organic Sacred Skincare. So it was made for adult acne, and she wanted to get a product that kind of merged science as well as nature. She didn't want to have it so natural or crunchy that it was simply something that you could make in your kitchen, and she wanted it to be safe for sensitive skin, but she also wanted it to be effective, so she wanted it to work. So, and they also use the science because they use things like peptides and actives and things like that in order to help out the products become more effective for you. Now, I mentioned before that they only have 5 products available, and I actually got 4 products from Aurora Beauty. So I got this one, so this is the Illumina that I'm going to talk about, but they also have a cleanser. I didn't get that, and they have a mask, and I didn't get that either. This is their vitamin C treatment that you got, or sorry, that they got. They also have the Potency, so this is the Potency, and this is an emulsion, and they have Zen, which is a spot treatment for acne or pimples or what have you. I also have another sample, which is the Arum, and they don't carry this anymore. I'm not sure why they have discontinued this, but I am going to make a video about this, but I'm not sure why they've stopped carrying it. So I checked a little bit about them, and I really do like the fact that they use science to help them out with nature. So they say that they don't use fairy dust, and what I guess fairy dust is in skincare formulation, it's known as a filler. You know, it's something that probably has an amazing name and people go wow, but it really doesn't do that much at the percentages that they use. Another thing that I really like is they have a hydrosol based products. So all their products are based on hydrosol, which are floral waters or hydrolats, and they're not simply using water. So a lot of natural products out there, one of their first ingredients is water. And I feel like hydrosols are just a much better bang for your buck, especially in these more natural skincare products that are just charging you a lot of money. So I do like the fact that they are using hydrosols. I did mention they have science and nature, and also the extracts that they use are either whole plant extracts or they're using standardized extracts. So these aren't simply extracts that you can make in your kitchen. For example, when you brew a cup of tea, for example, if you take tea leaves, green tea, or black tea, or whatever you want, you are making an extract. And they are not using the same dry material that we could get. And like I said, they're using whole plants or standardized extracts. They also use CO2 extracts. So CO2 extracts are something that seems to be somewhat new. So it's a supercritical extraction that way they use, and this can be used to create something similar to an essential oil, or it can be something that's like a carrier oil. And supercritical extraction is actually better than cold pressed or expeller pressed extraction because it keeps the plant, the product that they get out of the plant, more alive and more vital, and it's just a much more powerful form than just regular using cold pressed extraction or either using expeller pressed extraction. They also have information about candida cleanses, and they have quizzes that you can take online if you want to see more about what their entire products offer. So that is a lot of information about um, Aurora Beauty as well as Moss Skincare, I want to actually talk about the vitamin C treatment that I got. So I got two of the samples that I got from Aurora Beauty. So as you guys can see, these are the 4 samples, and 2 of them came in these little pots like this. So this one is the vitamin C treatment, and this one is the Potency. I want to show you guys what they are like inside, because I don't know if something happened to the Illumina or what. So this is the Potency, and as you guys can see, it's not a lot of product at all. Okay, so they gave you very little here. But comparing that to the Illumina, it's just all flat. I don't know if you guys can see. You guys can see it's somewhat sticky as well. Now the price as far as this goes, if you get 10 milliliters, it's $63 for both of them. So I don't understand, as you guys can see side by side, there's just a lot less in the vitamin C one. And like I said, I don't know if it's supposed to be like this because it's just very sticky. It's not like a serum at all. And I'm not gonna take this out because there's very little left. I used this once, so you guys can see I used it just a little there. I used it once, but it's just very flat and weird looking. So I'm going to read you guys some information about the ingredients and give you a background about it. So what they say for this is they are telling you to use it. The information that they give on their website is somewhat confusing. So they say use it every other evening and then adjust if necessary. And then the next sentence says to use it 1 time per week, 1 time per day in the evening. So they go on for saying first use it every other day, and then the next sentence is saying use it once a week. I would probably use it once a week. I'd rather err on the side of using it less rather than more, especially with vitamin C. And I do know that they use high percentages of the vital ingredients or the actives or things like that, so I just wouldn't want to cause a reaction. So what they say, it's a vitamin C and exfoliation serum in one. And this simply just does not look like a serum to me. So I don't know if it got damaged in transit or what have you. And the vitamin C that they use, as you know, vitamin C is very volatile. It's not very stable at all. The vitamin C that they use is sodium ascorbyl phosphate, and they say it's a very stable form and it brightens and firms. So they have a number of, on their website, they have a number of botanicals or ingredients that they feature. And then they list the ingredients. So the first ingredient, as I mentioned, they don't use water. They have a violet leaf hydrosol. And I do really like this. And some of their ingredients are also organic and or wildcrafted, and the hydrosol is one of them. Some other ingredients that they have, although the hydrosol is first, they also have water. So I don't know why they're having the water when they also have the hydrosol. That is something that for a price point here for 10 milliliters at $63, I think maybe they should either, eliminate the water somehow or put it lower down on the ingredient list and not have it at the second one. They also have a pumpkin fruit extract, which is part of their preservative system. So one thing that they do that I really like is they use science and they use preservatives. So preservatives have gotten this bad reputation as being totally evil. And the thing about preservatives is they are keeping your product from going bad and spoiling. And how a product spoils is due to nature and natural things. So what can happen is you can have bacteria, yeast, mold, fungus growing on your product or growing in the container or what have you. Now these are 100% natural. That doesn't mean they're safe. And as much as I like free things and I like natural things, when you are using water or a water-based product such as aloe vera, you are going to need some type of preservative in there in order to keep it from going bad. If you don't have a preservative, you're either going to have to, keep it refrigerated, and that's only going to last about as long as you would keep food. And I know people keep food for different amounts of time, but probably a few days. You could freeze it, or you're going to have to be using it as soon as possible. And obviously the temperature that your product is in, such as, if you have a hot summer day and it's very, very hot outside, it's going to keep for less time outside than it would during the winter when it's perhaps cooler. So I do like the fact that they use preservatives and they acknowledge the fact that they are necessary. They're not following a whole bunch of people who are saying, no preservatives. Every time I see no preservatives, I kind of, slowly step away from that product, especially if there's water-based in there, just because I do not believe it's safe. If it's totally oil-based, that is different. But anything that is water-based or going to come in contact with water, such as a sugar scrub, is going to need a preservative for the most part. The ingredient after that, so you have a hydrosol water, you have the extract here, the ferment there, and then you have vitamin C. So vitamin C is very high up in the ingredient list. After that, you have some more extracts. You have moth bean, white willow, you have saw palmetto, a white tea, and then you have glycerine. And then you have some lipids, the gluconolactone, some alcohols, and the alcohols here that they're using are moisturizing alcohols. There's moisturizing as well as drying alcohols. And then they do have a whole bunch of other ingredients that I would not recognize without looking up. And like I said, this is the part where they're merging science with nature. And you can look each of these up. I would encourage you to look them up and make sure that you are not going to have some type of reaction to them. They have olive leaf extracts and magnolia in here, sunflower, moringa, which is an oil that can also be used as an extract. And they do have bee balm. So this is not a vegan product. And I don't exactly know what bee balm is, but I do know that some people do have reactions to bee products, so I would be careful about that. They do use 2 essential oils, and that's palmarosa and coriander. So they'd say it's 100% non-toxic, safe, and gentle ingredients. With that being said, I would always patch test products. Peanuts are natural, poison ivy is natural. Natural does not mean, and it does not guarantee that you're not going to have a reaction. So my opinion of this product, I think this must have been damaged in transit or something like that. I did only use this once, and I am going to be continuing to use it once a week. I would not repurchase this. The reason I got this is because it's a sample, and it allowed me to try luxury skincare that I just can't afford. Even if I could afford it, the one reason that I would not repurchase this is because it has essential oils in it. And as much as I love essential oils, and a lot of my products that I review on my channel are essential oils, I'm trying to move away from them in skincare. I just feel like we're inundated with scent. You can also get sensitized to essential oils, which means they either stop working, you build up a tolerance, or you can also have reactions after you've been using a product for a long time and not have any reactions. Then you can develop a reaction to that product. So I don't know. I would like to hear from you guys. There are a lot of things I like about the Moss Skincare. I really like the fact that they only have 5 products. I like the fact that they acknowledge preservatives are necessary and they're merging science and nature. So they're not charging an arm and leg for a product that I could probably whip up in my kitchen. And I do like that hydrosols are the first ingredient in their products. So now I want to hear from you guys. Have you ever purchased anything from Moss Skincare? If you have, let me know what you purchased and what your opinion of it was. Please let me know below in the comments. I really enjoy hearing from you guys. Also, like this video and give it a big thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel and turn on notifications to get the latest updates. I will see you guys later.